Hey, it's Insect, and I'm back for another video. So, what we are doing, using, what's it called, Affinity Photo to make a thumbnail. Now, this is just an example, like it says right here, example. And why isn't the recording on the screen like it should be? There we go. Alright, now it's on there. What you're going to do is use this. It is not working once again. There we go. Finally worked now. Jesus. Alright, so of course you're gonna fix it a little bit. So what we're gonna do is put that right there. Make that a little bit larger in case, You can try to angle it right and try to do that, but it doesn't, like, then again, it doesn't really matter. So make this side a little bit. And then see if it fits. Alright. So now that you have this area, go back to here, whatever. So, now you could just make this background, black or whatever. I like to do that. So what I'm going to do is, now I believe you can use this to change it. Let me see. There we go. Outline, no, color overlay. Now I'm not sure if it'll work. Will it? There we go. Just work. There we go. Because when you and the reason you could do this now, if you want your because this is best to just leave it black, because even when it's on the TV, like say for instance you're watching YouTube on Xbox and you see how they have their thumbnails, it's just showing this. Now when you do it on YouTube, it's going to show this or whatever, saying that's a preview, but it's going to just look like or whatever. So I already have some images downloaded. But then again, with the images, what you're going to have to do is get the bigger image. And what I mean by that, and that was just the one I was doing, and I was playing Roblox earlier. What you're going to do is you're going to, so like the thumbnail, not thumbnail, I keep saying thumbnail, channel art template. And you don't have to use this to help you, but it helps you majorly. Come on. And you see how this says 2000 or whatever. Now you can use these other ones too, but there are like smaller ones like this 900. Like that's going to look blurry when you make it larger or whatever. So use this one or one that has this down here, because this is perfect right here. It has the exact one that they're asking for on YouTube. But you can use this one too, but make sure it's at least 2000 times 1000, because if it's like this, don't use it. So, and you can always change how the borders look, but it doesn't really matter. So what we're going to do is that we can choose any image. Now, I already have some downloaded, but just to show y'all, let's do images. Yeah, let's just do images. Now, you could choose whatever you want. If you want how Jesus in the house, then you could do that. But before we do any of this, we have to choose do our name or whatever. So what I'm going to do is do example, just an example. Now I have some fonts, but they wouldn't really look right in this situation. So what you're going to do is the font.com and use this website to find all the fonts that you need. They're pretty good. We're going to go with, let's see, I'm gonna do Groovy. Let's see what Groovy looks like. Let's see. I'm a fan of the cartoon. So we can do. All right, this is a pretty Groovy. So I'm gonna go, cause what I like to do when I look for the font, I gotta like to make sure it's capitalized in the picture or whatever. We can do. I'll say this one so I can explain. So you don't have to click it, but I'll just click it. Download. This won't affect your computer, laptop, whatever. It won't affect it at all. What you want to do is save, advance, and then boom. and then save. And then it's going to take a while. You could just click open when it's done, but open in folder though. Now I believe it was this, yeah. So what you're going to do, and what some YouTubers didn't explain, what I'm going to do is y'all going to get this. Now you really just need to click I believe it was, yeah, this. Y'all don't really have to drag it to your screen or whatever, but that's just to help you. So what you're going to do is install. This won't affect your computer, like I said. It will install just the font. It won't install anything else. Alright. And y'all could put those fonts together or whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to select letter and then go to font. Now I believe our font, what was our font called? That's why I like to keep this right. So let's see. Alright, so right here, see, you see how now, and I have some other ones like Sketch 3D, but I don't like using it because it has little lines. So let's use this one. And when you're typing, I like to do 144 for like thumbnail use. So I could, you know, instead of using an example so it doesn't look all weird, I'm use my name, and it's gonna look like this because you gotta go to layer effects because the color overlay is probably, why isn't it working? That is weird. I need it on here. There we go. Okay, now it's working. You have to. Alright, so I like to do 144. We're going to do insect uncle. And I like this font because it goes with it or whatever. So insect uncle. And then if you need, so say for instance, it's all the way over here and you need help like angling it, what you're going to do is align, line center, and then align, let's say middle, and then boom, it's going to align it for you. You might be thinking, well, I want a different color, I want this to be a different color, and you can enlarge it and then put it in the middle. So say for instance I want it that large or whatever, then I want to put it in the middle. Then I like to do all this because sometimes it doesn't work for me. Alignment, center, then what you're going to do, alignment, and then middle. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to layer effects. Now you can choose with shadow, inner shadow, all that crap. But for this, I'm going to just try to do like a outer shadow. And let's put this over here to see how it's going to look. So yeah, that gives it a little type of look, sort of. Yeah, you can choose whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. And then now the color. Say for instance I want a different color. Now some people are like, oh, you can get previews. The only reason they get previews is because they're using Photoshop. Now if you want to see how it looks, you just put radius at 50 or sort of at 50, whatever, and then see how it looks. Now let's say I want to do orange because I like the color orange. So you'll go to orange. I kind of like a dark orange, but I want to go for, in this case, sort of light orange. You can still see, yeah, that's a perfect orange right there. Sort of. Yeah, that's not bad. Kind of, sort of a neon. Alright, so, and then if you don't want this thing in the way, you can just do that. And it's going to be blinking or whatever. And you can still mess around with the shadow and all that and how it should look. You can do that. And then if you want the shadow thing a little different, you just hold this, or you can type which one you want. I don't really want it because I don't really need it, in my opinion. So I wouldn't use offset. I would just use 0 and then put intensity and stuff up. Put that up, but not too much. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's perfect right there. And you can still choose if you want the outline or whatever. But I like the outline of that, and then have insect like that. I could change the inner glow to be something. Let me turn radius so I can see a preview. You see how that works? So let's say I'm gonna go for sort of a white sort of color. or maybe a blue, cause blue. Yeah, I like that purple. I like that purple. You can still choose if you want your color in the inside or whatever. You can choose 3D for this. Looks sort of 3D. You can still adjust options or whatever. A lot of people have is when they exit out, they don't know where to go. And instead of just doing all that layer effects, you could just select the thing that you want and then click that. But it doesn't really matter. So what we're going to do is you can still mess around with the effects or whatever. I don't. But what you can do is, say for instance, okay, well, I need a background image, and sometimes when I use the background image, it's blurry. Background images or mountains. You know what? Hold up. What would go great with that? I'm gonna say bricks. I'm gonna say bricks because I think it'll go great with sort of that type of style. So the reason sometimes the images look blurry is because it's probably like 300 or something. There's not a lot of 300s here or whatever. There's 3000s, but there's not 300s. But aka because it's a short image. So yeah, you see how it's 800 or 900 or something like that because it's a short image, and when you expand it, it's going to look blurry. So I'm gonna use this brick style. It's 3000 by 2000. I now it's gonna be gigantic on the thing or whatever because it's 3000. So yeah. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go. Ooh, you're gonna go to File, Place, and you're gonna find your image. Now I believe mine was in a folder. Yeah, and here's the link for the other channel, and yeah, you can use that. And I have a new channel up right now. It's called Snappery, SNAC C 2 C's ARY. I'm gonna put a link in the description. Oh yeah, and by the way, the people who watch my videos, thanks for watching my videos. So anyway, back here, I have a new channel, like I said, and say for instance, for the channel art, you want to add your Oh yeah, by the way, let's save in case something happens. Save as. We're gonna not do that because it's gonna overwrite the thing. We're gonna do insect uncle. And we're gonna save, and it's gonna save in Affinity files. I'm gonna explain why it's gonna do that in a minute, and how that might affect you and how I can make a solution to that. So what you're gonna do is, oh, this is a little bit messed up down there. It doesn't really matter anyway. But what you're gonna do? Can I fix it? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care. And say for instance, hey, I want my Twitter or whatever information over here. Well, what you're gonna do is go to Google Bing on Bing, and you can do Twitter. But when you do this, do Twitter logo and then do transparent. The reason you're gonna do transparent is there's some with like and it probably won't look transparent. You could just do Twitter logo grid or whatever. But how you're gonna know it's transparent is I'm gonna show you when it finishes loading. See these little grids? That means that's not going to pop up. Now some do pop up, but see how this it's not going to pop up. So let's do this. I'm gonna do Twitter logo, and I'm gonna go to pictures, and I'm gonna just save it here. So, save. Alright, so what we're gonna do is go here, File, Place, Twitter logo, the one that I have. Now, hopefully it doesn't appear that way. Alright, great, so it didn't do it. So, you see how it's transparent and it's going in the background or whatever? Alright, so what you're going to do, make that a little bit more, much more smaller. Now, I could use like I said, rulers or whatever. I just don't really like using it, in my opinion, but you can use it. I don't know where it is, though. But basically, it just helps you, like, align things. But I don't really use it. But what in case you do want to use like that, you can use show grid, and then you can try to angle it right or whatever. So in my opinion, I want this to be a little bit smaller, like about there. And then what I'm going to do is, now this is just an example. I might actually use this, but this again is just a little example, whatever. So you can put it right here, or you can use the little lines back here to help you. So what I like to do, now that I think about it, use the edge of it, so then it can help you. So I'm gonna put it right about here, and then put it to 200 right there. So let's see if that looks good without the grid or whatever. Alright, that doesn't look bad. Oh yeah, let's expand this background or whatever. Oh wait, it's gonna go past the thing. I want it to do that. And it doesn't really matter anymore. Oh wait, I can fix it with the power of stuff, but it doesn't really matter. So, and then you can put your Instagram information. I could put mine. I just forgot what mine was. What was it? Oh, Zachary. I think it's Zachary Red 101. But for this one, you're gonna have to change it to like 14 or something. Not 14, 30. I think I used 36 for this one. Did I? No. What did I use last time? I think it was. It had to be. Okay, 64 is not bad, but let's do 96. 96. Alright, so what we're going to do is do that 3 red 101. You don't have to worry about it being over there. So we're going to do shrink this down. What in the world? For the 101s, they're different, but that's weird. Wow, that's okay. So this font has a different thing for ones. It says something used only. I don't know what it is. This is the point where you can change your font. You don't have to use it. Yeah, you can just use for the numbers in case it doesn't work. Use bold, but the right one. Oh, here we go. So this 101. See how that works. And what my mistake was to make the number 96. Oh my gosh, it's back to the raccoon thing. We're gonna go back. Alright, 1. And it's back to being ours. There we go. It's still, oh my gosh. Okay, well, okay, it's gonna go. But you could still use 1 1 or whatever. And it's back to the raccoon thingy. Why? Maybe I need a space and then. Alright, bold. 96. 1. Oh. 1. There we go. So it kind of works. You can just shrink it or whatever. Doesn't really matter. But in case you don't want to do all that crap, you can just go right here and then make this short or whatever. It doesn't really matter. You can choose which how you want it to look or whatever. But it doesn't really matter for me, in my opinion. So what you're gonna do is put this about right here. And since it's a long name, you can either shrink it or you can just slide this over. Make sure it's still level. I think I put my right there. Hold up a little bit high. Again, you could just use the grid to help you if you need help. But it doesn't really matter in my opinion. And then the Twitter, and now in my other suggestion is to use, like, say for instance you want to get sponsored or whatever, and you want to put your most, like, say for instance Twitter is your type of thing, like you want more people to go to your Twitter or whatever. Don't put it over here, because when you put it over here, sometimes your profile picture will cover it when people are looking at it. So like if you want, so put your most important thing, like if you want them to follow, put over here. They'll still see it, but it'll be a little challenging on some devices. I believe you can see it good on mobile. Mobile, but I'm not sure about PC. I have to check about it later. So say for instance you want your Instagram. If I already have a Instagram, you're gonna do the same thing. Instagram logo, transparent. You can either choose a new one or old one. I chose the other one, but you can still change the color in here. I believe because I have multiple ones because some didn't work. Was it this one? I don't think this one worked. Yeah, this one didn't work because it said transparent and it wasn't. So we're not going to use the one down here. Use this one. Okay, you see how that one works? So make that shorter. A little bit shorter. And then get your letter right there. And then mine is Zachary Red 101. It's the same thing. You can choose if you want the same font or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Now I think about I should have just made the other one same font. Yeah, that's what I do. So yeah, and then make angle it and all that. So you can go get your snacky snacks while you're waiting. Oh shoot, it's back on the raccoon thing. So right here, Zachary Red 101, and then shrink a little bit, and then make short if you want to. I want to. Right there, and then boom. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. My thing is kind of out more, so let me angle that up. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty angled or whatever. Then, like I said, you can still change the color. Oh yeah, and now that I think about it, Twitter logo. If you like, say for instance, you wanted to change the color, go to here, and go to the color overlay, and then say for instance, I wanted this. Then yeah, and then you can change the color, whatever, all that. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then yeah. Now and then what you're gonna do is save as, and then we're gonna do insert. Oh, cool. So save. Yes, replace insert. So let's make sure it's there. Let's exit out of that. Let's go. Okay, let's open the folder again. Alright. Oh, here we go. Alright, so it's going to save here. Now, like I said, this is going to affect it because when you save it, you can't really choose if you want to save it to another file when you're using Affinity. So how to fix this? What you're going to do is first make sure your document is resized different. Not that one. This one. So make sure it's that by that. Make sure it's the same size as what YouTube is requiring you to do. And what I like to do is take a get snipping tool and then get this whole thing. So what you're gonna do is open snipping tool, do new, and then you're gonna do this from here, and it doesn't have to be exact. I just like to get that little corner. You see how I left like still some black out, whatever. I'm gonna do it just like that. So I messed up because I left. Do you want to? No, not to that. I need to click out here. There we go. Right. Snipping tool. Move. Go to here. And you can also use snipping tool for like screenshots if you want to send this to somebody. So that looks good. So what we're going to do is save as. And we're going to do insect Uncle GIF since it's a GIF. Now you can change it, but for some reason I like GIF because it works way better. I mean, I don't like there's JPG. I don't know the correct name, but I just like using GIF or whatever. So what you're gonna do is save. Alright, so I like to keep that up in case, and I like to keep this one up too in case it still doesn't work. So what you're gonna do is go to your YouTube. So let me go to mine. Oh yeah, make sure to subscribe to my new YouTube channel. By the way, I'm gonna put it in the link in the description. There you go. And this is how my YouTube is. I subscribe to different people. That customize. Now this is my background, but what we're gonna do is customize it. Now I'm gonna show you the problem that happens right here when you try to edit your channel art. This is what's gonna happen. So wait for it. Look, wait for it, because a lot of people have problems with this. So wait for it. Is it gonna pop up, or is it gonna actually work? See, look, too small. That's the problem. So what we're gonna do is go to, I believe, it's called photo size, photosize.com. And what you do is you go here, and it doesn't hack your computer or anything, so it should be fine. It will be fine. Even if I do 2048, it's gonna work. Yeah. So let me submit and see if it works. Yeah. Save as. Does it have 2 F's? No. Oh my gosh. Okay. You know what? Let's do insect uncle YY. Save. Alright. And then open folder. Alright. Over here. Let's change it because it says kinda didn't work. That's why I like to do 2048 like I said. But you can still do it how you want. So YY. There we go. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so select. Saving. But anyway, it's gonna work. So yeah, that's a little tutorial on how to do that. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.